Enchiladas. This is just going to be a little special recipe. Now you start by heating your oven to 350 degrees, and that's to get started. This is super quick. You guys will love this. What I did is I took 10 eggs, I put them in my blender, blended them little buggers to pieces, made them nice and frothy, and then I took a cookie sheet, and this is 10 by 15, and I made sure I sprayed it real good because I don't want them eggs to stick. Then, and you can see I've already cut it, but I poured my egg mixture in there, stuck it in the oven for 10 minutes. Now while that baby's sitting in the oven doing its thing, I went and made taco meat. Now normally they ask you to add a little more water. I add about half the water to my taco seasoning so that it's a little drier. And I also drained a can of them Rotel tomatoes, which is tomatoes and green chilies kind of mixed together. Now, if you've got something you like better, I say try it. That's the whole part of cooking, is having a ball with it. Now you can see that when it was still a little warm, I cut down the middle again, and then middle of on each side. And I'll take my spatula, just going to show you this so you can see, and I just kind of work it in, and it made me like a soft tortilla that I can work with there. Now, I'll take that and take just a little bit of my tomatoes, just a little, just to give it some flavor and kind of spread it on. Now I have tried this with salsa, and unless it's a pretty good salsa that doesn't have too much fluid in it, you end up with too much water in your enchiladas. And then I put my meat, and we like it pretty meaty. Now you know Granny. Granny's got a whole thing about cheese in her fingers. And then, got a little bit much there. I just roll that baby up like that. And I lay it right in my pan. And this is a little 10 by 10 pan, and I'll lay them across and then probably a couple down that way. And then once again, same thing, scoop under, and I did tell you I let this cool just a little because it's kind of hard to work with when it's hot. You don't want your fingers burnt. And I do it the long ways, roll it like that. But you can do it this way if you'd like a bigger roll. Little tomato. Now, if you like your enchiladas with just cheese, then fill those up with cheese, and you can pour enchilada sauce on top. Roll, tuck, roll, tuck, roll. That sounds like some good advice if you come off the front of a bicycle handlebars, doesn't it? Just tuck and roll. Put those in there, and you can see. And I will fill that up. And once I get it filled, I'll have a little taco meat and a little bit of the tomatoes left. And I will take those and I will spread them on top, and then I'll cover it real good with cheese. Now, if you're going to bake right immediately after you do this, stick it back in that 350 oven about 15 minutes, so you can tell this goes quick. Now, if you want to do it earlier in the day, you can do it, get everything together, cover it with foil, put it in your refrigerator. You'll also heat your oven to 350, but it'll take about 45 minutes to heat everything back up. a lot of fun. It's a good way when you're trying to stay away from those carbs. And egg is just one of those things you can find all the time. So it's not as though the ingredients are going to be tough to find. Ain't there nothing worse finding you a recipe you like and you can't find the ingredients? Now I've used mozzarella, a mixture of mozzarella and cheddar. But you can use whatever your favorite cheese is. I just really like the flavor of cheddar, one of my favorites. But I love the way mozzarella melts and just lightens things up a little bit. And you can see this is just easy. Low carb. You can even get creative. You can put any kind of seasoning in here that you like. If you have your own special enchilada making, this is just a great way to put together. Now, I always add a lot of cheese at the end, but we're pretty big cheese eaters, so get that meat in there. And you know, Granny, she's always got her hands in everything. And you can tell it is super fast. You can do this in less than 30 minutes from beginning to end because you don't want to cook the egg. You just want to cook that egg long enough that you put in the oven just long enough for it to kind of dry out. If you cook it too long, then you'll have crispy ones. And I'm not really into crispy burritos. I like my burritos my enchiladas kind of soft. And you can see this is just easy, one of those fast things. And if you're like me, these are ingredients that I almost always keep in my house. I always keep eggs. I always keep some ground meat and some cheese. That's just kind of the rule. And I also have taco seasoning, you know, because every once in a while you just like to put together some homemade tacos. But this is just an easy thing to do. You can see these are just really going together beautifully. Show you one more time. Now at the end, I will spread the Rotel tomatoes all on top. Then I will spread the ground meat all on top of that, and then I will layer it with cheese. Like I said, if you like an old-fashioned enchilada, you can just put cheese in them and pour your enchilada sauce on top and set cheese on that. Oh, those are great. But this is just something my family really likes. They like having a little bit of beef in their enchiladas. Well, this is Gearbox Ranch Granny. And remember, pray to your Savior, Jesus Christ. God bless every one of you, and I'll see you next week. Oh, Paul, have I got a surprise for you? Oh, I'll probably get my handheld tonight. Bye now.